Okay, a story made it to the news sometime last week, and it was a crazy story. It was about how a young man, 16 years of age, started a conversation with ChatGPT and was going on and on. Eventually, it led to his suicide. It took his own life. All right. Apparently, he was going through some mental instability and some depression and all that, and was asking GPT how does he go about committing suicide, and ChatGPT went around. I'll put a link to the to that particular video in my in this description so that you can watch it and see the go through the entire details yourself. All right, and that led to this conversation. All right, we talked about it on an interview recently, whereby you can't totally depend on these AI developers anymore to protect you or your kids from things like that. Normally, there's some things you ask ChatGPT and they wouldn't answer you, or any of these bots, whereby they will maybe refer you to an emergency line, or they'll tell you, okay, they'll counsel you, or they'll tell you to say counselor and all that. But somehow that young man was able to maneuver his way around it, and the boat started talking to him. In fact, at the point, the boat was telling him to keep this plan secret and help him draft a suicide note and all that like that, which was very creepy. And all this was done in secret. All right. So why am I sharing this? Yeah, the knowledge of AI, why it has its pros, the good side of it, these are the cons of AI. And for you, the parent, you, the user, you, the guardian using AI, you have to be very careful. First of all, for yourself, and secondly, for those under your guidance or your tutelage. All right. So from time to time, just the way you go through their phones to see what they're browsing, to see what they're, who they're chatting with, and all that, you should check what what they're doing with the AI bots. Check what question they're asking. If it's a WhatsApp, check those meta reels. Check what are they asking AI. What are they doing? Because these developers are not able to provide that kind of privacy and security that was desired of them. Many of them, because of the race for supremacy, are bypassing robust tests so that they'll just be the first to release a version or increase their market share value and all that. And the people are being subjected to things like this. All right, but you can't depend on them. You can't even totally depend on the government, because while the government has regulatory frameworks, there's what we call GRC, governance, risk, and compliance, of which responsible AI is supposed to be part of it. Some of these companies are flouting it, some deliberately, some maybe as an oversight, and the rest like that are flouting it. So you can't totally depend on that anymore. You have to have the knowledge yourself and check yourself as much as you can. Nobody can be able to do everything, but you do the much you can. And one of the things you equip yourself with is knowledge. You have to know how AI works. You can't just be technology avert and say this AI and that. No, it has come to stay. It's reshaping our lives. And when we mean reshaping our lives, it means it's reshaping the way we do things. So not just typing memos, writing essays, writing letters, drafting social media posts, curating essays and theses and all that. No, it's beyond that now. It has entered the core of our daily life. So you do yourself a disservice if you don't know how to use AI, number one, if you don't know what AI is capable of. So you have to know it. You can watch YouTube videos, you can attend trainings, you can read books about it so that you acquaint yourself with this knowledge. AI literacy is gradually becoming a survival skill in the world we are going into. So you can't just dismiss it or discard it and say it's for children, it's for young people. No, it's gone beyond that. Gone were the days when they say social media was for young people. Gone are the days where they say YouTube was for young people. Today, they're a core part of our entertainment system, of our learning system, of our educational ecosystem. AI has become such. So we have to take the bold steps, all right? So this particularly directed to parents, guidance, organizations, and all that. Sometimes you have to get into their chats and see what are they asking AI? What are they chatting with AI? Some of these AIs, especially the paid versions, they have these conversation trails where you can check what conversations have been going on. While the free versions, sometimes they don't have it because it wipes out from the memory, but at least the most recent things, you can see them, especially if you're using a laptop. Go into that place and see what is going on. The same way you go into your children's room or check their homeworks and the rest, you have to check what they're doing with the phone. Not just what they're watching anymore. It's now about what they are chatting with those AI bots, what they are doing with those AI bots is as important as any other thing you're watching out for. I'm not trying to say parenting just got harder. It just means that parents should just, learn AI as well and see how it works. All right, if not for anything, for the sake of your kids, because that'll be a good service you're doing for them. If you can protect them from things like this, at least to the best of your ability, it will go a long way with them. And of course, you teach them to know these things as well, so that you'll be there for them. And very importantly, be more observant so that they can reach out if they have this kind of thing. Because sometimes some parents are distant from their children. It could be because for several reasons. You may be doing your best, but as much as possible, try to observe those things. It has gotten to that point, and we can't just bury our head in the sand and like the ostrich think that our backside is not outside. No, we have to go all in. Learn AI, learn how to use AI responsibly, teach your children how to use it, monitor what they do, even your organizations and the rest, and all that, monitor what they do and how they go about it, and keep raising this awareness because more people need to know so that we don't have more casualties before we take it more seriously. And we hope that the family of the boy that took his own life, they find solace in God, or it's just a pathetic situation. We just pray that they're able to hold up in things like this, and we pray that things like this don't repeat themselves as much as possible. And that's one of the reasons why I'm putting out this video out there, so that I can take precaution and just face the pros of AI while mitigating the cons of AI. All right. See you in my next video. Be good, be safe, and keep learning. We all keep growing together. Bye.